2003 Audi TT convertible. This is the 1.8 turbo version, so the 180 brake horsepower one. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. Starting on this front driver's wing, we do have some rust bubbling up at the bottom here, and then at the top, and then some more again as it meets the sill. It's got the correct alloy wheels on it. They could do with a really good clean because there's quite a lot of brake dust ingrained into them. But they do have 4 good tyres on there. Coming down the driver's side, that's a bit of muck, so we'll ignore that. A couple of light scuffs on the wing mirror, and a little bit of a mark just here, which does look actually, yeah, that just wipes off, so ignore that, sorry. A couple of little marks here, so there's one there, and we've got another couple on the sort of leading edge of the door. Coming on this rear quarter, that's all nice and solid all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre, but again, like I said, I do want a really good clean. Coming around onto the back, both tail lights nice and clear. No sign of any cracks or any moisture or anything in those. It's got the original plates on it, but they have sort of faded a little bit. There's no real marks on the bottom half of the bumper or anything like that. The exhaust sits nice and straight. Got a little mark just here, another one just there. Spoiler's nice and straight. It's not been sort of cracked or had the boot lifted up too many times by it. The aluminium on the filler cap is nice. It's not got any marks around it. Quite often these get all milky and horrible, but this one's nice. Deck lid's nice and straight. We've got a grommet here from, I'm not actually sure what. Is that part of the aerial, I think? And you've got a mark on the rear arch on the passenger side here, and then a bit of rust appearing down the bottom. And then it is worth pointing out that wheel is missing its centre cap. Coming down this side, you've got a couple more marks on the door. Bit of a chip in the paint in the sill on the passenger side here. And then again, same problem as the other side, rust at the bottom there, a little bit at the top, and you've got a bit here where there's a little bit of a dent as well. Round on the front, the headlights could do with a polish, but that's pretty common on pretty much every TT we get through. And they've got some stone chips down the bottom here. A couple more on this side. Bonnet is nice and straight, there's no dents or anything in it. We do have a bit of a mark in the lacquer just here, and a scuff down the front. I'll have a look at the hood while it's up. Again, it could do with a good pressure wash, but it's basically got bits of dandelion or something on it. Actually comes straight off. Glass rear screen, heated. The roof is in lovely condition. It's nice and clean all the way around. There's no rips or tears, no sign of any wear at all. It's been outside here with us for a couple of days. Doesn't let any water in or anything like that. So light blue outside. We've got a dark grey interior. Again, it could do with a really good clean. Door card's nice and tidy, there's no real marks. We've got some wear on the bolster on the driver's seat there, a little bit down the bottom. But the leather all over could do with a really good clean. Steering wheel's nice and tidy. We're doing, what we've got mileage wise, we're on 125,782 miles. Center console and everything's nice and tidy. We've actually still got the correct stereo in there behind there as well. Normally they've gone missing by now and been replaced with something else. All of these compartments are still here and correct. These quite often break. Things like your boot release and stuff in there. It does have the glass screen, which goes up between two, which we'll show you in a second with the roof down. In fact, we'll put the roof down now and then we can continue looking with a bit better light. So roof down, start the car, hit the button down here. In fact, you don't, you undo the, you have to remember how to do it. There we go. Press the button, undo the latch, hit the button, and the roof will go back. Nice and easy. And then we do have the screen wind deflector there, which is the electric glass one. Quite often they fail. It's nice that still works. And as you can see in here, it's all nice and tidy. There's no marks all around the screen. Everything's good. Have a look in the boot. Again, not a huge amount to report. The underside's pretty tidy. Got a little bit of a bubble just coming through there. But other than needing a good hoover, that's all there and complete. Passenger side, got a little bit of wear on the armrest of the door card, and a little bit of wear on the seat, but nothing major. Dashboard on this side is all nice and tidy. I think the most important thing with this really is it just wants a really, really good clean so you can see exactly what you're working with. A little bit of rust issues on the bodywork that one's sorting out. But have a look under the bonnet. So like I say, it's the 1.8, it's the 5 valve turbo, the 180 brake option, All nice and clean in here, all your plastics are there and present where they should be. It was driven to us. I've briefly driven it here to do the photos and the videos. It does seem to boost well and drive all right. You know, drives exactly as you expect, but it's an Audi. It's not any old British car that sort of needs these things inspecting. It's pretty good for what it is. Right, so 2003 Audi TT. If you've got any more questions, please get in touch. Happy to help. Thank you.